Team Chastity. Team Chastity. If you follow me on social media, you know I'm a big fan of Team Chastity, and it's a topic I feel the church should be hammering on it. Should be hammering on it. Should be hammering on it. People ask me a lot on social media how I was able to stay chaste. Let's share in this video. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Thank you. Time with Dr. Adams. Hi, my name is Ravna Adams. That's my name on social media. Dr. Adams. Today I'm sharing my chastity walk, my chastity journey, how I stayed chaste before I got married. Yes, I didn't think about the title of this video. Anyway, the Bible says our bodies are the temple of God. How do you treat a temple? That's the first question. How do you treat the temple? Any temple. The Indians have idols, and when I haven't been to India before, but then when you watch their videos, you realize when they are going into the temple, how they wash their hands, how they wash their feet, how they you just know that they are going to meet someone important. How they behave when they are entering the temple. So if your body is a temple of God as a Christian, how are you treating it? How are you treating it? You should be treated with respect. And then the Bible makes us understand that if you sin, any other sin is against the body. But then the sin of adultery and fornication is against the body. It's against your own body. So it means you are dirtying the temple of God. Now, I'm a strong believer that as parents, I'm parents now, we're supposed to initiate the sex talk, the sexual talk or sexual education with our children very early in life. However, I was born in the 80s. Some people were lucky that their parents were able to take them through sexual education. Mine weren't. My mom is a super mom. You all know Mama Lou and how much I love her. You know my dad and how much I love him. However, I always tell them that they failed when it comes to sexual education. No one educated me. The only thing my dad told me was, say, can you listen? My fancy is say, can you listen? I'm not staying in the same house with you and your child. If you're the person you've gone pregnant for isn't ready to house you, then you're going to the village. That is how I'll help you. If I could dog or village, cassava, have a cassava. See, I don't think you even have a cassava farm, right? So I was going to start. And this happened when one of my relatives had gotten a girl pregnant, and then that's the only talk. That if you get pregnant, you're not going to stay with me in this house. You're going to go to your husband's house or go to the village to farm to fend for you and your child. I won't be feeding you and your child. That was the only sexual education my dad gave me. My mom, no. So how did I arrive on this conclusion that I'm going to stay chaste? It started not as a Christian perception. It started out as, so fine, I'm in a relationship. So there was this video that I watched. You know, movies really, really, really have an effect on us. I was small, I was in primary, and I watched this movie, and the girl I watched with, we used to live in a compound house, so I watched with a couple of the kids. The girl got pregnant, told the guy said, hey, it's not me, I don't want you, blah, 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 blah. He didn't take responsibility of the pregnancy, and she suffered. Later on in life, she found someone who loved her with her child. The person was responsible for the pregnancy. So after we watched the movie, we concluded as children in the house that when you get married, in fact, the eldest child at that time concluded for all of us. I was around between 8 and 10. She said, so that's the best way to choose a marriage partner. Get pregnant. Make sure you have like 4 or 5 boyfriends. Get pregnant and go to each of them and tell them that you are pregnant. Whoever accepts responsibility for that pregnancy is your partner is going to be is the right choice of husband for you. Can you imagine? We're in primary school, and this girl told us that we concluded and we accepted. I went to school and I was telling my classmates, do you know what? When we get older, we don't have to be scared of choosing a marriage partner, because all we have to do, because all we have to do is to have 5 boyfriends and then get pregnant and go to each of them and tell them, hey, I'm pregnant. Whoever accepts responsibility is the one we get married. Now, my small mind had not conceived that, oh, I need to have sex with all these 5 people. I did not know that. And I went about, hey, Charlie Kafra. I wonder if someone took it up. I was just in primary, and then another child had told me this. So I was happy sharing it. Hey, this is how we're going to choose the right partner. So it means I was supposed to sleep with all these 5 men before telling them I was pregnant. So the older I got, and I understood that, to get pregnant, you need to sleep with someone. And I cannot go to someone I've not slept with that I'm pregnant. So when I understood this, I was like, this is not what I want to do with my life. So I meet you at Kaneshi Market. And then I'm thinking, hey, this guy, I slept with him last week, and we're working on book. You see, my nakedness is something. Then I go to Kaneshi Market, I meet another guy. Hey, I slept with this guy last year. Just in my mind, I just didn't understand. I just couldn't accept that if I will date 5 people before marriage, it means I have to sleep with all this. When all these people will see my nakedness and near me and have sex. Sex is a big deal. Have sex with me before, and we don't get. So if I date 10 people, it means all these 10 people will sleep with me. It just didn't sit well with me. So that was a mindset. Just before Christ, I was a Christian. I've been a Christian all my life, not a born again Christian, because I received Christ. I understood it and received it later on. But then all this while, my mindset was, no, I can't let someone see, or every guy I see my nakedness before I get married. No. So then I held on to this. Before I sleep with someone, I should be super sure of the person. Then Legon happened. I attended the University of Ghana, and I was in Pensa. I was very active. And God bless Elder Kevin Amos Annan. I understood what sex was, what relationship was through his teachings. He used to come there a lot. And that is when I attached the Christian part of it to stay chaste. I remember I fully became aware and I fully accepted all this when we went to a conference in Kumasi. And I told myself I was going to keep my body. I was going to be sexually pure for Christ first, and then for myself. I did it for myself. If you stay chaste for a husband, if you stay chaste for a wife, and then later on you get married and the person treats you badly, you will forever regret. Do it for God and for yourself. It's for yourself. What I'm saying is not just for women. It's for men as well. Yes. Don't let anyone lie to you that chastity is for women. Chastity is just for women. No. Men are also staying chaste. Anytime I talk to young people, I realize that the lie that the devil is selling to them, or they are selling to themselves, is that everyone in the church is having sex. Yes, a lot of people in the church are having sex, but not everyone. So when I decided in Lagos, I understood that sex is not just physical, it's spiritual. When you have sex with someone, there's a spiritual connection as well. That is why when you are dating someone and you never had sex, it's easy to break up. It's easy to go your separate ways. But then if you've had sex, the connection is so strong, because sex is not just physical. There is a spiritual aspect to it. So just imagine having a spiritual bit of all these people you are sleeping with. You leave something in them, they leave something in you, and then you get married, and that person you are going to get married is going to deal with all these other people you've slept with. It's scary. So Elder Kevin Amos Annan made me understand this aspect of sex, and that is when I really took a stand. At first, I was just doing it for social reasons, and I can't let all these people see my nakedness. And then the Christian part also became part of my life, and I'm so glad it did. So then, how was I able to tell men that this is it? So my first boyfriend happened in Lagos, first year. And when we started talking, I told him, this is it. I want to be pure. I want to stay chaste. If you're going to date 10 years, I won't sleep with you. And guess what? He cheated. It took me a long time to accept that he cheated, because I just couldn't believe it. So if I slept with him, would he have stayed? He wouldn't have. Because the person he cheated on with me, he also cheated on the person. I mean, he slept with the person, went on to sleep with another person. So sex couldn't even keep. There are some people who think sex will keep that person. No. At any time after him, I think I didn't date in Legon again. I was in Legon for 3 years before I had the scholarship and went out. I went outside the country, and then I did long distance relationship. And with all that, immediately we start talking. Immediately we describe the relationship, or we give name to whatever we are having, that we are dating. I tell you, this is me. This is myself. In fact, whilst we are getting to know each other, I'll also be testing your mind on sex and what you think about sex. Can you? If you can't, I will say bye-bye. Yes, it's not easy, but then I say bye-bye. Because why will I waste your time? I tell you, see, it's important to me that I stay chaste. It's important to me. Now, remember, I said I got married as a virgin. I'm not using the whole virginity because there's no award for it. I'm very proud for myself, and that I'm proud of myself, and that is myself, my personal self. That's okay. But chastity is what I want to hammer, because probably you are not a virgin. So what? You slept with 10 people. So what? You slept with 5 people. So what? So what is God wants you to have a U-turn. So that's a chastity. It's a decision from now to stay chaste before you get married. So anytime someone comes into my life, I tell the person, Ora, can you? Even if it's left with 1 day, even if you date for 100 years, I won't sleep with you. I won't have sex with you. Can you? Yeah. And believe you me, the people who were very serious church people, quote unquote Christians, who were very, very doing something very active in churches, though, are those who gave me tough time when it came to chastity. Because it made me believe everyone in the church. I dated this pastor's child. He said, everyone is doing it. Even me, I've done it. He has done it before, so what's the big deal? I mean, we do it, and then we are just faithful to each other, and we'll get married. I was like, yeah, it's a big deal to me. So I'll go to your friend and say, communion service, and then how do you feel? God is looking down on you. You have sex on Friday, Saturday, you ask for forgiveness of sins. Then Sunday, you go and take communion, or you go to church, sing in church. The next week you are back to your old life. Who are you deceiving? God is looking at you. You are deceiving yourself. So I did tell another person. In fact, that one I can't call dating. It was less than a month. We really liked ourselves, and we're seeing where it was going to go to. And we had this sexual talk, and he said, how can he? That's a super, when I say super Christian, he was doing a lot of things in the church. So I was like, okay, we really vibe on this. And then we had the sexual talk, and he started making me feel so bad that I was behaving. He said I was behaving, and I'm the only girl with a vagina, and I put my vagina on my head and behaving, I'm a virgin, Team Chastity. Hey, this thing really got to me. So I think I called the person I was being accountable to. Let me just mention this. When you start this journey, have someone you talk to. It can be a senior, it can be a pastor, it can be a pastor's wife, it can be an elder or a deaconess in the church, or it can be someone who is older than you, who is married or even unmarried. You can even contact me to be someone you hold accountable. I'm going to hold you accountable for your actions. So that the person will once in a while be checking on you and be giving you the morale that yes, you're on the right path. So this guy's still saying this. I'm behaving like I'm the only person with a vagina. I'm behaving like this. My baby boy for a second. I was like, I'm not on the right path. So I called my friend and he said, no, keep on, let him go. And like I said, I really liked it. And I'm glad I did. Another person who really shook my stance for Team Chaste was a guy I liked when I went to US. I really did like him, but that was pure lust. And then one time he said, Abigail, the way you love Jesus, you are so naive, eh? But you love, I really want to have sexual intercourse with you. But then the way you love Jesus, if I sleep with you, you cry. I'll feel so bad. The decision to have sex with you should come from you. But you are so naive. I know ways to get you, but I don't want to. Because you love Jesus so much. That was his words. and you're going to be really broken after we've had it. But then I quickly added, but you're going to enjoy it. You're going to cry, but then you're going to enjoy it. And then you come back for more. But then I thought about it and I said, then what else? What happens next? If I had sex, then what happens next? And I'm glad I didn't, because I know that if that guy, I slept with that guy, I would have told myself, well, I've already had sex. Well, it's already happened. So what's the big deal? I've already had sex. So what's the big deal? I would have continued. A friend of mine who was also on Team Chastity journey with me, that's what happened with her. She said, Abigail, I did not try to back one to me, Jayo. She had sex, we spoke about it, and we're like, okay, fine, it's happening. Forgive yourself, go to God, ask for forgiveness of sins, and move on. Then the next time I see her, she's had it again. I wasn't the person she was being accountable to, but then she told me she's had it again. I was like, but why are you doing this to yourself? She said, Abigail, I think that if you have one, so you tell yourself, what's the big deal? You're going. So stop that. Renew your mind always. Renew your mind always. There are people who wear purity ring. You can do it, whatever. I used to have one here. But then you can still have that ring here and still go and have sex, because sex happens in the mind. It's you who has to make the decision wherever you are. So make the decision, pray to God about it, that you're going to be chaste. That's number one. Tell God, dear God, this is what I want to do. I want my body, my body is already the temple of God, and I want to worship it by respecting it and by being chaste for you, and first, for you, God first, and then for myself. Number two, have someone you are accountable to, who will be calling to be checking up on you, who you'll be telling your problem to know whether you're on the right path. Number three, be mindful of the circle of friends you have. If everyone in your circle is having sex, you also do it. It's just a matter of time. Because everyone will be talking about sex. Hey, Charlie, this girl, last week cried me. This girl, last week cried this to her. Hey, Charlie, hey, me and my boyfriend, we had sex today. Then you talk about, Is that what you want to have? Be mindful of the circle of friends you have. Because the things you'll be talking about is what will be going in your heads. Be mindful of the songs you listen to. Be mindful of the movies you watch. I personally realized that as a single person, anytime I listen to a lot of romantic songs, a lot of all these songs that I love, I start thinking about those things too much. Too much. But then when I was single and there was no one in my life and I wasn't thinking about those things, my thoughts were right. So be mindful of the circle, be mindful of the things you are watching, be mindful of the things you are reading. And set a goal. And know that whoever comes in your life and is not willing to stay and is not willing to wait, let the person go. There are more people. When we say there are more people in the sea, there are lots of fishes in the sea. You'll find one who waits. A doctor friend of mine, he's a man. He was dating this lady, and the lady said, oh, everyone around me is getting pregnant. All my fellow, friends are getting pregnant. So why don't you get me pregnant? And the guy was like, usually the boys would say this to the girl. And now that's the girl telling me. And he told me, I was like, please, this girl, let her go. Let her go. She just bring you problems. A girl telling you that everyone in her life or everyone she knows is having sex. So just have sex. Charlie, that's happening in the womb. Yes, I'm in the womb. So be mindful of the people you are dating. Don't let the person get so much into your head that everyone is having sex. So no, there are people in the church. There are people like you and I who are willing. There are people who are 30 years. I got married at 31 years. There are people who are 30 years. There are people who are 35. There are people who are 40 years. Yes, I know someone who was like 42 and got married, and the following year, God gave her a child, blessed her with a child. Don't think you are too old and if you have not had sex before. Now, wait, let's talk about this before I end this video. So, if you love that person so much, I mean, that's what the lady said, oh, if you love me, let's have sex. Okay, fine, you love the person so much. And after having sex, a week later, he breaks up with you. What will you do? It's a question I've been asking those ladies who are accountable to me. Anytime they bring up the issue of sex, I said, fine. You can have sex with him. That's what you want. You feel you love him. And then he's talking about a physical contact to make your bond stronger. Fine. After you've had sex and you break up, what will you do? And most of them, the answers went like this: hey, break up after we've had sex. Hey, then you would have used me. I'm like, no. Did he force you into having sex? No. Was there a gun to your head? No. You decided all on your own, all by yourself, that you're going to have sex with him. And after the sex, both of you enjoy though. Sex, if he's the only one enjoying it and he's cheating you, both of you enjoy the sex. So if he breaks up with you, he hasn't used you. Don't go and stand anywhere that he has used you. Come here, say he hasn't used you. But then, why have sex with me and leave? I'm like, yeah, welcome to life. It happens. People will have sex with you and still leave you. So if you know you're going to feel betrayed, if you know you're going to feel used when you have sex with someone, then don't. Because you can't bond the person with that sex. No. Most of the women answered like this, and I realized they weren't really ready to face the responsibility. Sex comes with a lot of responsibility. Now remember, you can freely get an STI unless you use a condom. Yeah. It's the surest way to protect yourself from an STI if it is a full condom and intact. 2, you never have to bother yourself about pregnancy. When I was in school, and my menses delayed for a week, I was never worried because I haven't done anything. Miracle conception. No, it's only Mary. It's only Jesus. It wasn't going to happen. So you never bother yourself. It gives you that assurance that you are pure in heart, you are pure in mind with God. Purity starts in the mind. Yes. And someone will ask, so weren't you ever horny when you were single? I was, especially when you are ovulating. And yes, you feel horny. Say, hey, you will. No, the fact that I'm married as a virgin doesn't mean the body was firewood. The fact that I was being chased doesn't mean I didn't have all these sexual thoughts and the sexual anxiety. No, I did have. And I had strong ones for that man. So yes, you will get the urge to have sex, especially when you ovulate it. And then when you watch movies, or when you watch or you listen to songs or read things that I say okay. The whole mind was say okay. I was horny, yes. And there are those times when you think about, oh God, do for that bang. Do for that bang. You're in bed, so horny, but then you want to be chased. Oh God, do for that bang. That's where, if you don't take care, you easily give in to other people or anyone you're dating to have sex. No. When I'm horny, I sit in the room, watch the movie, slept. Pastor Elvin Pastor Elvin said what? Share the link. Now it's raining and you are thinking, oh, you need someone to hug, you need someone to give you. Share the link. Sorry, one pie. Get up and pray. Pray. Share the link. I like how he laughs. He says, share the link. Please don't tell you I'm making fun of people. Yeah, I'm using him to preach. You can also pray in cold weather. So yes, I was horny. I've been through all those phases when I was single. But then I still decided that 10 minutes, 15 minutes of sexual intercourse won't change anything. Or we got 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Yeah, the foreplay can be an hour. If you're having pum for more than 10 minutes, and then the both of you are rabbits and both of you are sick. The pum, the sister. 10 to 15 minutes to cram here, then a pam. Now be the foreplay they can do 1 hour, but the pam, Mr. 5-10 minutes they won't join. It's a muku. Why? You are killing yourselves. Not worth it. So yes, I went through all those phases. I felt the need to have sex. I felt the need to have someone to hold me. I felt the need to be able to kiss someone. I felt the need to be able to hug someone. Now someone will say, when I was doing Chaste, did I ever kiss someone? I did. Am I saying it's the best? No. Now looking back, I wish I had not done all those things. Yeah. Kiss kakora. You can't kiss and do like this. You kiss and hold yourselves. Yes. And it also even worsens your thoughts about it. I know people who dated never kissed. It is possible. I couldn't do it, but it is possible. It is possible. What do you mean kiss now? You say, possible. No. You hold each other. Yeah. So people dated for 2 years and still didn't have sex, still didn't have kids, still didn't do all those anemia. And that is the best. That is what God wants you to do. Sad time. Meaning now, one dream now, yeah. Pure, 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 pure. So you get all those emotions, you feel all those feelings, but it's still about you and that person. The moment that person you are with says, my bro, I can't wait. This, please let the person go. Because the person is constantly going to bother you, constantly going to make you feel bad, constantly going to make you think, so you think you are the only right person or the righteous person, or you're the only person who is going to heaven, just like how that guy made me feel constantly. And let me tell you what happened with that guy. So after I told him that, he said even if it's left with the day, he still must have sex with me. After we settled and I said it's not going to happen, we went back and forth on the phone. We broke up. A month later also, then he came back. Well, I think some months ago. I don't even remember. He came back and said, "Oh, Abigail, I'm ready to go by your rules." I was like, bye bye, 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 because I started liking that amoeba. Amoeba is my husband now. I said, bye, 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 bye. Ain't gonna happen. Bye. Huh? If there's anything I didn't cover, please let me know in the comment section below. This was Boss Family Ghana. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing.